You think there are better people out there to be president than Donald Trump?
I don't think you have to really think about that. It doesn't matter what you're doing. There are better people than me at neurosurgery. There are better people than you being a broadcaster. You know, there are better people at everything. But what we have to do is we have to utilize what we have. We have to make the best of it.
The legacy of Dr. Ben Carson's run for the Republican presidential nomination is one littered with phrases and comments that to this day have people wondering if he actually heard himself saying it, and if anyone had the time to talk to him and warn him about the dangers of saying things too far off the cuff. His latest statement about Donald Trump will fit nicely into that category and have some people appreciating the man's medical expertise and his peaceful nature, hoping he either learns about a teleprompter or stops making public appearances. We begin there, heading around the dial. Welcome back to nationally syndicated radio talker, founder of the excellent news and opinion platform Epoch Times, Jerry Doyle. Come on, Jerry, you and I, don't you just want to put your arms around Ben Carson and say, please, Dr. Carson, you're a wonderful human being, but you got to stop making these statements.
Well, I just hope I don't feel the same way he does if I ever decide to get married. Well, I'm going to get married in November. I got a couple of people that are kind of interest me, and I kind of like this and I kind of like that. But I'm going to get married in November, so I'm just going to settle on it, one of them. I'm not really excited about any of them, and I'm not sure about a long-term commitment, but I'm getting married in November, so I'm going to pick one of them. I mean, that's what he's saying. It's just, settle. Paint in beige.
But that's not what you want somebody to say who's been behind you. Let's face it, Ben Carson has followers, people who will actually understand the man. They love his books. They love his appearances. But to say that where he's basically saying, oh, I don't know, Donald may not be best qualified to be president.
How was dinner? How was the flight? How was the show? But,
you and I are New Yorkers, Jerry.
It's kind of something. I had to fly on something.
You and I are New Yorkers. Isn't it kind of like, meh?
But I'm going to get married. That's what we're doing in November. We're setting up some kind of a political arrangement, a political marriage. We're picking the president of the United States, the most powerful person on the planet.
Well, let's talk about qualifications here, because this actually came up the last 24 hours thanks to Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders replied to Hillary saying that he is unqualified to be president. Bernie fired back saying why she is unqualified because she takes millions from Wall Street, special interests, voted for the Iraq War, trade agreements, supports Panama Free Trade Agreement. Jerry, what exactly are the qualifications to be president of the United States? Does anybody know?
Oh, yeah, I do. Today it's ride the subway in the Bronx, because that's what Hillary Clinton did, which if I could put one of those cloud bubbles next to her head in a still with her on the subway, she'd be like, wow. How long has this been here? This is probably the first time she's ever been on the subway. But she was on the subway, and she was talking to people, taking selfies. She came out of the subway, came up the platform. There was a guy there with a kid in a stroller, and she's touching the kid like she's the Pope. So people are looking at this on the news and going, Hillary Clinton rode the subway? I got to vote for her. So-and-so ate a corn dog? I got to vote for him. So-and-so, sat on a John Deere tractor? I got to vote for him. So-and-so ate a pork chop? So-and-so ate a slice of pizza? They got my vote, they got my vote, they got my vote. Here's my qualification for president of the United States. You do what you're supposed to do. Show me you know how and how you're going to do it. And then LMA, leave me alone to do what I do.
Okay, that's not a bad idea. Listen, I got about 30 seconds left, and I have to ask, seeing as we are both native New Yorkers here, Ted Cruz talks about New York values. I started the show by mentioning that. Jerry, I lived there, grew up there. I know what he's talking about. There are some people who it's arrogance, it's New York, it's just what it is sometimes. So just take it in stride for what it is. Yes?
Yes, but.
Okay.
I mean, as New Yorkers, Mets fans are Yankee fans, and never the two will meet. So when Ted Cruz talks about New York values, that unites Met fans and Yankee fans, and now they're like, hey, get out of here, you Texas. That it's just fascinating to watch Ted Cruz try and dance around his New York values comment in New York.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. And I guess I better not tell everybody then that I'm a Red Sox fan. Me and the guy grew up in New York. Talk about taking heat your entire life here. Remind everybody, take the heat, understand it, have some fun, read some good stuff. Go to epochtimes.com. Catch it all right there. Jerry Doyle, always a pleasure, my friend. Thanks so much for joining us. Another Ute. That's what we are. A bunch of good Utes here, if you will, all right? That's the New York guys. We can say that all the time. Rock on, true believers. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you tomorrow right back here on the fastest 60 minutes of news, The Hard Line.